obviously they've poisoned me, so you're not going to see a lot of this masculine spirit. But when you have the explosive energy, where you're like, man up, okay, and you fire away, right? Okay. Oh, so that's my form. They changed my form. They poisoned me. They even changed my voice. But everyone else is not manning up. It's like Jesus walking on water. In Revelation, it says the prostitute is sitting on the water, represents the peoples, the nations, the languages, and by default, the cultures. Okay? So these other people aren't overcoming and manning up. God is the Father. God is saying, this is how you be a man. You take on the principles of God. Ver in virtue means man. When they do not man up, it is like they're in a kindergarten class doing circus tricks and taking on other kindergartners, wrestling them on the ground and rolling in the dirt. They can't then turn to the guy who has this kind of a lightning bolt, kind of outmaneuver, okay, kind of thing. Okay? They can't turn around and say, oh, you have to prove you're good enough for me. Excuse me, you can't overcome Babylon, baby line system. Martial and marital. You should be a man before you get married. Martial and mature L. L meaning Lord. You're not mature enough to be taken seriously. You can't overcome a bunch of nerds in the system. Gaia, gay, IA. You can't overcome a bunch of, with all due respect to the LGBT community, a bunch of gay nerds, sissies, who I do it this way, and you're doing it their way. How the fuck why should I take you seriously? I'm a Nigerian brain surgeon's son. Nigeria, historically, was the least accepting of homosexuality of all the countries in the world. They said, man up and marry a woman and be a tough Nigerian. Compared to the other humans, it is like King Kong compared to apes and goofy chimpanzees and Magoo or whatever his name is from the Jungle Book. Goofy-faced, cartoon, animation-ass bitches. When you do not man up, the guy who slapped you across the face with $2 million and said, man up and obey God, he's to be taken seriously. You're not. Being in a loud culture is not manning up. Again, I tell you, being in a loud culture, being a gangster, being a cop, being a military, being a skater, being a surfer, making your essence in a loud culture a vegan, a conservative, a liberal, a libertarian, a controlled militant group which is part of the military-industrial complex. That is not manning up. That is Dionysus Theater bitch. Think about it.